ladies and gentlemen, holy cow. I mean, look, if you're watching this, look at your screen. If you're not watching it, you're in a car, you're on a plane, just
look at your
imagine
screen.
5 handsome gentlemen on the screen. We have Mac, Blake, Dawson, guests, Cam, and oh my gosh, you have heard about this man all year long, Mr.
Right.
Josh, the flag man himself, the hot
flag man.
sauce man himself, the turnover chain. Josh, introduce yourself.
Yeah, there's nothing to introduce. I'm Blake's brother-in-law, and I just love ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great. We got a fire lineup and a fire podcast today, I imagine. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, where should we start? Just college football, talk about the bracket. What are our thoughts here?
Yeah. I mean, college football playoffs. The bracket was announced today. We all made our picks, so I guess we can just go game by game right into them. How about that?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna pull up our brackets here.
Yep.
So let's have Dawson go first here.
Okay. Should we do total bracket? Let's just go game by game.
And just have everyone talk about it?
Yeah, like
all right.
Your pick, and at least for the first round. Okay, so first game that I'm looking at, top bracket, we got number 12, James Madison, at number 5, Oregon. As much as I hate the Ducks, like with a fire passion, they're not going to lose to James Madison at home. So that's an easy Oregon Ducks there.
Yeah, I'm looking at our brackets here. We all have the Ducks picked there. So let's.
Yeah, that's a pretty big BTA there. I'd say.
Well said.
Cambo, what are you looking forward to here for Oregon's playoff run?
Offensively, I want them to have that same firepower they had in those games against USC, and kind of the greatness their defense had. Like when I went and watched them in Iowa, their defense just stepped up to the occasion. So they're going to make a deep run. They're going to have to play complementary football and not falter too much offensively, because that's been the biggest question mark this year, I think, has been offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody thinks that they're just straight up the better team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No one had JMU. So.
Yeah, probably should have been Texas, Oregon, but
Yeah.
Honestly, though, that would have been a game to watch. That would have been fun.
That would have been great.
Which game we got next year?
Bama at Oklahoma. Alabama gets the 9 seed. Oklahoma gets the 8. I'll start us off. I think Bama wins this one. I know they lost them already, but I think they get the win here.
Yeah. We all have Bama picked except Cambo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cambo, you went OU?
Cambo's
OU,
That's your guy.
Yeah,
Bro,
what's your
It's a home game, bro. It's a home game, and Oklahoma's beaten Bama at their place the last 2 years, I believe.
So what does that have to do with this year?
Because they beat them this year.
Well, I mean, Bama beat Georgia at home, and then they just got smacked. So
wait, did Oklahoma lose to Bama this year at home, or did they not play them?
No, they lost, or Alabama lost.
Yeah. So the last 2 years, I think Oklahoma's played them in Norman, and
I thought you meant the 2 years before this.
No, because Oklahoma joined the SEC last year, so they played them twice in the last 2 years, I believe, at home. I don't know about the year prior, but anyways, yeah, they beat them at home, and I think home field is a really big advantage, and I think Materi is a really good quarterback. And that's what I think.
I just don't think that Oklahoma has looked quite as good lately as they did before John Materi got hurt.
That's fair, but I mean, Bama didn't look good yesterday either, so I think
That's
it'll be
true.
a closer game than people think. But we'll see what happens.
That's true. Josh, you picked Bama, right?
yeah, I think Bama's going to make a pretty big comeback after losing to Georgia, honestly.
Yeah.
And they, I mean, debatably shouldn't not even be in the playoff after getting smacked that many times with 3 losses. But I think they come back with all the talent they have and, yeah, beat Oklahoma.
It's valid. Mac, what do you got? You picked Bama?
Yep, I did. kind of the same line as Josh, but we've talked about it all year long, like backs against the wall, like ultimately for Bama here, especially for DeBoer as a head coach. Like we talked about a lot last podcast, how it's like he's kind of rewriting the narrative from the start of the year and like kind of making a name again for himself. And I think it's just, like Josh said, they're just Bama. They're professional. They're like professional athletes already in college. And I just think they're going to, obviously a tough loss against Georgia. They're going to bounce back. And I also think Oklahoma hasn't played in a week now, 2 weeks heading into this game. So, I think Alabama's fresh.
Yeah.
Like game speed wise, at least. So
I like that. Let's do the A&M Miami game.
Mac, you're the Miami boy. Lead us off.
I'm pretty confident everybody picked A&M except Mac.
I mean, I feel like at this point.
Oh wait,
like,
actually,
Miami
Josh didn't. Josh picked
I picked Miami.
Gosh, ooh.
I gotta stick with my guns. Like Miami is my natty pick, so I think it would be weird for me to not go Miami.
Yeah.
This entire playoff run. But I think the past 3 weeks they've played, they've looked solid. I mean, A&M is definitely a really good team. Like that'll be a great game. There's always a chance like A&M just low-key blows them out because Miami's pretty, like randomly will just get smacked upon. I gotta go Miami. A playoff run. Yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah.
Credit
to Mac. He's the only one whose natty pick is in the playoffs. So
gotta roll with them.
Josh, why'd you pick Miami?
I think the Texas A&M doesn't really played pretty much nobody. They beat Notre Dame, and then they lost. I think Texas by 10 at home, and Texas is obviously really good. Probably could have been in the playoff, but also a 3-loss team. I just think that they play a lot of games close, and I think that if Miami can keep it close, that they can end up winning with Carson Beck and find a way to win at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fallon. I don't know. Just watching Texas A&M play, like, I don't know. They beat LSU by 24. They beat Missouri by, what is that? 21. So, I mean, like, it's different to say, like, it's kind of the same thing with Notre Dame. Like, they didn't play a ton of, like, ranked teams. But the difference, I think, is they play in the SEC, where, like, almost every win is a quality win. And to dominate the way they did, I think speaks to how good they are. Outside of their one loss to Texas. So, that's why I picked A&M. But anything else on that game?
With you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just right there with you. I feel like Miami didn't play too much competition, especially as of late. And like you said, SEC is a lot more challenging than the ACC. So it's like every game you're kind of getting battle tested. I do think it's going to be interesting. Miami's defense is really good and A&M's offense is really good. So I think that matchup of like A&M having the ball, Miami trying to stop them is going to be great. So
yeah. All right, let's move on. Ole Miss Tulane. Yeah, I mean, we all picked Ole Miss here, but Dawson, I'd kind of like you to explain your pick here.
Yeah, so I took Tulane here, pretty much a shot in the dark. I just feel like year 2 of this format, there's bound to be a first round upset, like a big one. Like it's college sports. It's going to happen eventually. And I think Tulane's got the best chance this year. Yeah, I mean, especially with Kiffin leaving, I don't know. That's either going to fire up Ole Miss or it's going to throw things off a little bit. They'll have a lot of time to practice, get used to him not being there. But, yeah, I just think Tulane might, I don't know, just play with more heart. That's just really what I'm banking on here. And just make it a game and anything comes down to the wire at the end with college athletes. So,
Yeah.
I think it was due for an upset sometime.
I mean, really, I would only count JMU and Tulane as upsets.
Yeah.
Like the other games, I feel like could go either way. But I'd say out of either one of the upsets, Tulane has a better chance.
100%.
Which is crazy to say because they already played Ole Miss earlier this season and lost by 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, that game was at Ole Miss, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And this one will be there too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it will be at Ole Miss.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what the line is, and kind of like the same thing that you were saying, Doss. See if Ole Miss is the same Ole Miss that we saw the whole season without Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they are, they will most likely win. But the thing is, too, Ole Miss has had like that Washington State game. Like they've played teams that aren't that good, and the teams have kept it close. And I think Tulane's got just enough talent where if they can somehow find themselves in that position, they could have the momentum, even being at Ole Miss, to like pull off an upset.
Yeah.
Especially with their coach leaving and everything. I just think they got a lot of energy over on that side of that school. So just thinking they ride that one out here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Tulane will travel well.
Yeah. I mean, who knows the next time they're going to make the college football playoffs. So everyone's probably going to quit everything to go to watch this game.
For sure.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have 10 minutes left. Should we just do the second round really quick and then save the semifinals?
Yeah.
And championship? So let's go back to Oregon, Texas Tech. This
Cambo,
one,
start us off. You're the duck guy.
yeah.
Oh, there goes my phone.
Oh boy.
You don't gotta wait. You can start talking.
Yeah, no, we're all excited for this one. I'm gonna go off of just kind of I'm just gonna pivot to the results of last year. Obviously, Ohio State was they were an 8 seed, they were a 5 seed, but every single team that was on a bye last year lost in the second round. So I'll be interested to see if that trend continues or not. So every single 1, 2, 3, 4, they all lost, right? Is that correct? I believe so.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Every team that was stagnant, it didn't have that first round game lost. So obviously Texas Tech's defense is really good, but I really do think Oregon has a better offense, but it'll be a close. I mean, it's gonna be a tough game, but I think just Oregon is a really, really good team. They're a title contender, and I think they're going to go and get it done, especially with that tune-up game as a result of what we saw last year. So,
Josh, did you pick Oregon as well?
Yeah, I also picked Oregon. I mean, I think they look pretty solid. I think that their offense will probably be better than Texas Tech's defense, as good as it is with the Rodriguez guy in the middle. And I think that Oregon's D line honestly just looks so good, and that's been like a big question mark in the past is like their defense, and can it like compete at a high level because they always get into these like crazy shootouts where it's like 60 points each team. But I think that their coach definitely has got it dialed in to compete at a really high level and at a Big Ten and SEC level. So
yeah, Doss, did you pick Oregon too?
Yeah, I had the Ducks here. I just think they're more well-rounded. Tech, I mean, the only really good team they've beaten is BYU. And how good is BYU actually? They haven't run into a team like Oregon all year. Oregon's a little battle-tested. They've obviously got that loss to Indiana, who's right now the number 1 team in the country. Close game against Iowa, close game against Penn State, who's not very good. But I just think they're battle-tested. Tech hasn't really had too many close games, and the one close game they really had, they lost. That was Arizona State. So I just think Tech hasn't seen a program as good as Oregon, and I think Oregon's going to get out of this one pretty easily.
Yeah. Mac, you and I are the only ones that picked the Red Raiders here, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have mentioned it already. Their defense is elite. Like, I I mean, Dawson has a good point where it's like Tech hasn't really faced anybody besides BYU, and I know they played Utah earlier in the year and they handled business there. But I think defense, like I said it last podcast, I'm gonna keep saying it. Defense wins championships, and I think if they can perform at a really high level against Oregon's really good offense, I think they'll handle business. I am interested. I mean, they're coming off a big win against BYU. Again, they're solid. They're solid, and like they've just like handled business against all these teams that may not be ranked or like a top program in the country, but like they've done exactly what they need to do and like held them like underneath like 2 scores pretty much all year. I mean, there's been 3 teams that have gone above 2 scores. So I'm like, I don't know. The defense is great. So
Yeah. I kind of the same line of thought for me behind picking Texas Tech. I just think their defense obviously has been incredible, especially recently. And I think recently you've seen Oregon's offense prove that they are. I mean, there's just flaws in that offense. I think Dante Moore is a year away from really realizing his potential. I mean, against UW, Dante Moore and Damon Williams both started off with like missing open receivers. And granted, Dante Moore did get better throughout that game, but kind of like what we saw with Ohio State and Julian Sayin in that Big Ten championship, just like Sayin's inability to be like an elite quarterback for the whole game was kind of the difference in that one. And I just think Texas Tech is going to be able to get to Dante Moore, and I don't think Dante Moore is ready for that yet for a big game. So, yeah, that'll be a good one to watch if that ends up being the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got 4 minutes left. So
we can probably get through Indiana, Bama.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I picked Indiana. I just think Alabama has flaws that Indiana's going to be able to exploit. I think Indiana's going to take care of business there.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I got the same. I got Indiana. They're the number 1 team in the country for a reason. Probably, I mean, they got the Heisman front runner. He's probably going to end up winning it. It will be very interesting to see how they do against an SEC school. This is definitely Ohio State's probably the best team they've played, but this is probably going to be the biggest and most physical team they've played. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But I got Indiana winning this one too.
Yeah, Mac's the only one that picked Bama. So let's hear him out here.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide, baby. I mean, like Dawson just mentioned, literally I was thinking the same exact thing. First SEC team. And like they're just dudes out there. Bama's massive.
Oh. Fair enough.
No, I love Bama. I'm still going off of like banking off of like them kind of rallying around just the season they've had. People are kind of like why is Bama in it? And like a couple other teams you can make a case for being in it that aren't. And so Bama's kind of that one team where that has like 3 losses on the year. That's like, why are they in this? Like they probably shouldn't be. Some people are like thinking other teams should be. And I think they're going to really take that into consideration into this whole playoffs format and just like kind of have that mentality going in. Like we're kind of like counted out almost. And they're just going to like take it to them. And I think Bama's got all the pieces they need to do it. Although Indiana's win against Ohio State was big for them. So it's unfortunate. Yeah. That'll be a good game though. But I love a good underdog. So
yeah. Josh, who'd you have?
I ended up picking Indiana. I think that Mendoza is just playing really well, and that 13, I think like his name's Sherrod or whatever. He's an incredible receiver, and I think their coaching is far better than Bama's. Like Mac was saying, like Bama does have like on paper like the better pieces. I mean, you got like 3 receivers that can all go out and get 100 yards if they're healthy and playing well. You got a 5-star quarterback in high school. I mean, a gigantic O-line, big D-line, and a physical team that plays like Georgia and all those teams like throughout the year and are used to it. I don't know that Indiana is used to it, but I think that the way they played Ohio State just showed that they can be physical and they can pull it out. And I think they have the talent with just better coaching all around. And turning around that program in 2 years for that coach is just crazy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Campbell, you got a minute 30 to tell us why Indiana's going to beat Oklahoma, because you had Oklahoma in that spot, not Bama.
Yeah. Campbell, keep it to 45 seconds because I know you're going to go over.
But that's not.
You better get going.
Time is ticking here.
Dude's got a shot clock.
I think that Indiana is the best team in the country right now, outside of Georgia and Oregon, and even the other guys. Yeah, they have a defense, and I think that quarterback Mendoza is legit after we watched it last night. So
yeah,
I think they got better defense, better offense. They're gonna win the game.
Yeah,
look at that.
Fair enough.
All right, well, we're gonna take a short break here, then we'll come back and talk about the rest of the bracket.
All right, fellas, we're back. We just got to hear Cam talk about why Indiana is going to beat Oklahoma. And now our next game is Georgia versus Ole Miss / Tulane. I can start us off because I have Tulane in that game. Georgia's going to win by 100. Tulane's going to be a one-game wonder there. They're going to win the first game. They're going to have high spirits, and Georgia is literally going to win by 100 points. So, that's that.
Yeah. I think even if Ole Miss wins, like everyone else predicted, Georgia's still going to win by 100. I think this is one of those games where Ole Miss is going to really miss Lane Kiffin. And, I just don't see them hanging with Georgia. Mac, what do you think?
Holy muted, bro.
Oh, he's muted. What do you think, Mac?
Honestly, I think Georgia's just the better team. Like, straight up, I don't think there's much to say about it. Even if Ole Miss is the one that goes, Georgia's just been dominant. I mean, they're Georgia. Ole Miss is under fire without a true head coach. And like I am interested to see what Ole Miss does when like things hit the fan. I don't really want to say like the actual phrase, but
thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Family friendly.
Yep.
When crap hits the fan, how about that?
Good.
There you go.
So
Campbell doesn't even know what that saying is. He's confused.
You mean sledge? Sledge is confused.
When sheesh hits the fan.
There it is. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got, to be honest.
All right.
Not much to say.
Yep.
Yeah, Georgia's just like that. Like from what we've seen so far, I think we're all pretty convinced. Obviously, if Kiffin was still there, I think we'd be a little more convinced. I think this is just a perfect storm of Kiffin gone, Georgia being Georgia, and one of the best teams in the country. And then I think that they win by double digits.
100.
Josh?
Yeah, I got Georgia. I mean, you have no clue like what Ole Miss is gonna do. Like it's gonna be crazy to see like whether they come out just playing like so hungry that they make a pretty big run, or if the coaching change leads to a pretty bad collapse. So we'll see. But I mean, either way, even if Lane Kiffin was there, I mean, Georgia's looked like the best team in the country, I would say. I mean, they're physical. They have a quarterback playing at a high level. Kirby Smart. He's been winning for a while now in the SEC, winning national championships. And I just think that Georgia smacks whoever they play.
I will say I'm pretty sure that Ole Miss's coach is their OC, right? And he is going to be like their coach for the future. Like he's not an interim coach.
Yeah, they hired from within.
Nice.
Yeah, so I will say it's not like they have some interim coach for the playoffs. This is like their guy moving forward.
Yeah,
and, he obviously he's been in the system, so I wouldn't be shocked if Ole Miss looked like the same Ole Miss that we've seen, but at the same time, I don't even think that's enough to beat Georgia. So
no.
I kind of like where. Oh my goodness gracious! Hold on, give me 5 seconds. I kind of like what Josh said there, though. Kind of like how. I mean, Ole Miss could go on a run if they somehow get past the gauntlet that is Tulane. I can see them.
You just said them.
I'm gonna talk about my camera here. So I think if Ole Miss beats Tulane, I could see them hanging with Georgia. I think they're either going to come out really flat against Tulane and lose, or kind of like what Josh said, they could be fired up and maybe be able to compete with Georgia. Ole Miss is definitely a team I could see making it out of the first round and like making noise, but I still don't think they're going to make it out of the first round. If that made any sense, I think it's either going to be they lose to Tulane or they beat Tulane and somehow make it to the semis.
You guys ever seen like the Marvel movies? You guys ever seen like the Marvel movies where there's like so many different timelines? That's what I just felt like I listened to. Like the possibilities are endless.
Just like a couple different multiverses from Dawson.
I know. I like it.
Georgia's going to beat Ole Miss by 100 if they get there, but also Ole Miss is going to make it to the semifinals. But they're going to lose to Tulane in the first round.
No, I said Georgia would beat Tulane by 100. Yeah, I'm just trying to cover all my bases so I can come back and say I picked it right.
Hey, that's good.
Every option.
Yeah.
Smart.
I've seen it all, guys. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I called it.
All right, well, moving on. Let's go to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, where Ohio State will be playing either Texas A&M or Miami. Let's have the Miami boys start us off here. Mac and was it Josh who had Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what are we thinking?
Josh, you want to start or you want me to go?
I'll start. Yeah, I think Ohio State crushes Miami pretty bad. I think that kind of like last year, like Ohio State looked like the best team in the country, and then they lose to Michigan, and they're like, all right, like that fires us up to make this crazy run where they take over and win it all. I think that loss to Indiana is going to be kind of the same thing, where they are going to go on a crazy run.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mac Attack 22.
Not going to say much besides this. That's all I need to show.
That's good. That's good.
In all seriousness, I think if I hadn't picked Miami to win the whole thing, I would take Ohio State here. But because I picked Miami to win the whole thing, I'm sticking with them. So it's got to happen. It's all about the U, baby. Come on.
So that kind of sounds like a fake pick to me.
Oh,
It's not. I
Like
mean,
it
yeah, I
sounds
guess
like
you
you're
could say
saying
that,
like
but,
you're only picking Miami because you picked them earlier, but like you don't really believe it.
so like if Texas made it, would you not pick Texas to win it all then?
Yeah, but I'd believe it.
Yeah. I just think Miami's like I don't know, going against best teams in the nation. Like they lost to Louisville, bro. Like what are we talking about here?
Fake fan.
I picked super.
What is happening right now?
It's going to get harder down the stretch after you're going to be playing better teams.
It's gonna get harder, bro. Chill out. It's gonna get harder.
I know. It's gonna get really hard. No, I do believe in Beck. I think people hate on Beck a lot, and like
Yeah, he's terrible.
understandably so. Honestly, like Beck he's an interesting cat, but he's gonna get the job done.
All right.
Okay.
Lock in
All right,
here.
Campbell. Campbell, lead us off for Ohio State A&M.
Yeah, Ohio State A&M. I mean, A&M is a good team, but I think with Ohio State playing the way they have all year and winning it last year and just the firepower they have with that defense. The defense is like they're just like their most shining quality. I mean, their red zone defense is ridiculous. Like I was even saying it yesterday. They got Indiana to a couple third and fourth downs in the red zone, and they made some plays. But it was like, man, like this defense just relentless. Like it just never stops. And then obviously
They haven't seen Carson Beck though, so
Everyone's seen Carson Beck. It's over.
Anyways, if they play Carson Beck, they're gonna win by
That's not.
30. They'll
Yeah,
probably be
no.
about 4. They'll probably be at 2 or 3 interceptions if they play Carson Beck. But you're gonna say them, yeah. I'd take an Ohio State there.
All right, Blake, me or you?
You got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with A&M here. I think A&M has one of the best offenses in the country. I think when they play Miami, I think Miami has a really good defense too, or at least their stats are showing that they have a great defense points wise. So I think A&M is going to kind of figure it out. Kind of like Cambo said earlier, get that tune-up game. As long as everyone stays healthy, get the offense firing on all cylinders. And Ohio State just lost the Big Ten championship, and now they have a really long break. So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from that. I think it is different. Last year they weren't reigning national champions, So when they lost that last game and they had to play that first game and went on that run, they had something to prove, but they won it last year. And it's harder to play with that chip on your shoulder, knowing that like you're defending instead of chasing a title, I feel like. So I think A&M's offense is going to come out and be the first team all year to score more than 20 points on Ohio State because they haven't let up more than 20. If A&M's offense doesn't do that, Ohio State will win. But I think A&M's offense is going to shock a lot of people and go out there and score 4 touchdowns, and their defense will just be good enough to hold Ohio State to less. So I got A&M.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Like I also picked A&M. The only thing that I'll say is how many of those Ohio State guys are returning from that championship team last year. Like there's probably not a ton of them. So that's the only thing. But I think Texas A&M. I think their offense is going to be good enough to score against Ohio State enough, and we've seen Julian Saying in the past 2 games throw a pick on the first drive of each game. And I just think that kind of his struggles are going to continue. And I think this will be a good kind of like lesson and playoff experience for him to have for next year. And I think Ohio State will be right back up there again next year, but I just don't think that their offense is good enough to win a natty this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Caleb Downs is disgusting.
He is good.
It is crazy that they have the best, like probably the best offensive player and the best defensive player in the country.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Texas A&M is a really good football team. So.
Yep.
What? Right. Now we're in the semifinal.
Yes, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Are we going over the semifinals?
Yeah.
Nope, we're just going to stop.
Well, I'm just saying, like they're all kind of hypothetical at this point because of,
I feel like every game's kind of been hypothetical.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
It's college football. Everything is hypothetical.
We're reading out our bracket there, Cambo. All right, I'll start us off. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I had Indiana versus Oregon rematch. I'm going to take Indiana. I know it's hard to beat a team twice. You hear that a lot, but I think Indiana's going to do it. I'd go as far to say I think they might win by 10. They might win by more. I just think Indiana is the second best team in college football, and I'll tell you who my number 1 is when they beat them in the championship. But I think Indiana survives their side of the bracket. They just been playing really good football. Like I said, they got the Heisman. Oregon hasn't looked the best, in my opinion, down the stretch. But I do think, they're good enough to get by Tech. But when they run into a good team like Indiana, it won't be enough. And Indiana wins that game.
Well, we've already seen that.
Yeah.
Exact matchup this year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Indiana won at Oregon.
Does anyone else have that same semifinal game? Cambo does.
Cambo and Josh, right?
Yeah, Cambo and Josh both have that. So let's have Cambo go first here, then Josh.
All right. Yeah, the Ducks are going to take that one. Natty year, baby.
You didn't even pick them to win at all.
I know they're going to the Natty though. I hope. I hope they win.
You're supposed to be a fan, Dave.
I am a fan.
You can't just.
But I picked
this guy.
I picked the bracket rationally. I'm like Hepper. I picked it rationally.
What am I catching a strike for?
Because it would have been a fake. It would have been a fake pick. Like I don't like.
You just don't believe in your team. Just say it.
Yeah.
Give us some reasoning, Cambo.
A little bit.
Anyways, they're gonna beat Indiana because, like Dawson said, it's tough to play a team twice. And then I think Oregon. It's hard to say they have the better quarterback because Mendoza looked good, but Dante Moore's a very good quarterback. You got Sadiq, best tight end in the country. They're a very high-powered offense, and then I think the defense. I think they're just a good enough team to get past Indiana, especially after seeing them once. Both their coordinators are leaving, obviously for a good reason, but they're both staying throughout the playoffs. So I think they're going to have a very good plan against them the second time around. And I think they're going to have enough firepower to get around them.
Can I ask you a question as an Oregon fan? Does it make you nervous that you lost at home and now you have to go play them on the other side of the country?
Not really, because it's later in the season. Like it was earlier in the season there.
Yeah. So both teams have gotten better.
Obviously they played well. It really was an off day for Oregon when they played them. Like they didn't have a lot going. They had some injuries. Like they've been battling injury all season. If they can get guys like the Corey and Moore back into the game, I don't know what his status is, but their offense is going to be unstoppable. He was arguably one of the best wide receivers in the country. So I think they've just got a better plan for him, and they're gonna go and do it.
Would you guys rather have Cignetti or Lanning?
Lanning
as a head coach.
Cignetti.
Lanning.
I'd say Cignetti.
Lanning just breeds. Lanning breeds greatness.
Yeah, I mean, I call. Yeah.
Look at the coach. I mean, it's literally Oregon's more defensive coordinator spot is a guaranteed head coaching job.
First round exits, Cambo, are not my definition of greatness. But, to each their. I don't know if you guys call greatness first round exits over there in Oregon.
He's a better recruiter.
I would give him that. He is a better recruiter.
He's a better recruiter. I don't know, but he's just a guy, bro. Dan the man. Ask Joey, bro.
I don't listen to Joey. All right, Josh. Joey has no credibility whatsoever. He's just a Duck fan. Josh, who you
got? So I actually ended up picking Oregon, and there's not really like a statistical or like crazy thought through process here. I just think that Oregon has been at the top for a while, but without breaking through to like be like a national championship team or like actually winning a whole lot at the very end. And I think that with how much talent they do have, and Lanning was in Georgia and has won and does have that experience, I think that in the end, I think Oregon is going to pull it out this year and get to the national championship.
All right.
I kind of like that. Like you don't always need a reason really for your pick. Sometimes just like I feel like.
Well, yeah,
like Tulane, baby.
Yeah, like I think like college football has like a big like culture to it. Like NFL, it's like, well, who do you have, and like all these pieces, and it's like college football does have a culture where like everybody in the Oregon locker room knows like they haven't won like a national championship, and everyone like dogs them pretty regularly. And I think that with having as many 5-stars as they do, though, and Dan Lanning, like obviously I think Kurt Schneider's a better coach, but Lanning does have that experience in championship runs. I think that if they do put it all together on crunch time, that like they can be one of the most dangerous teams in the playoffs. So,
do you think it's fair to say that Oregon football has been the most underperforming program in the history of college football?
Yes.
Just like with the amount of money that they've spent.
Yes.
The amount of talent that they've had and their just lack of wins.
Yep.
Well, it's not lack of wins; it's lack of national championship.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I
don't get it done.
But it's like every year.
Like they do, like they have good.
I mean, they've won a lot of Pac-12 championships.
Have they?
Anyways, Dawson,
more than most schools. More than most schools. Well, I was just gonna say, every year when you talk to a Duck fan around recruiting time, it's all you hear is we have like the best recruiting class in the country. And then they go and win a Pac-12 championship, don't make any noise in the playoffs. And then it's, we have the best recruiting class in the country. And it's like a cycle in which champion, I don't know, with all the money and everything, like you see Bama, Georgia, all the other schools have those same resources, produce a lot more. So yeah, that's just my take on it.
I mean, there's other teams that have tons of, but I mean, Texas Tech spends more than Oregon.
But not year round.
Yeah, like one time they did,
but not since 2010 when Oregon
I know, but that wasn't even a thing till too long ago.
Yeah, but recruiting classes were okay. Indiana, Texas Tech, Mack and Blake. What we got?
Mac, you go first. My video's tripping.
I'm pretty sure I had Bama versus Texas Tech actually. So I had Bama beating Indiana.
Yes, you did. Sure. Sorry, my fault.
No, it's okay, Dawson. It's okay.
No, I apologize. That's on me.
Um,
I'll take that one. That's on me.
and I'm pretty sure I had Bama winning this as well. If I
Roll
remember
Tide.
correctly. Roll Tide. And
Yeah, against Tech you did.
yeah. I mean, honestly, like what Josh was saying, like you don't need an explanation. I love a good Cinderella story. I feel like there's always like in every like college format, like March Madness, college playoffs, like I feel like there's always a team that just emerges, and it's like Bama's been here. They've been to the playoffs plenty of times to like have the experience. I know they have like new pieces, obviously, than like years prior, and I just think they just are a very professional program, and they know how to get things done at a high level. They got some good returning pieces, so and I mean Tech is nice though. I like Tech a lot, but I just think Bama's been here. They're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Blake, round us out.
We're talking about our semifinal game.
Yes, the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, mine is Indiana and Texas Tech. And I have Tech winning that game. I think I'm the only one with Tech.
You have
here.
Tech in the national championship.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I just think, like, I hear the point that they haven't played the best competition. But, you know, they play in the Big 12. There are some solid teams that they've beat. They've taken care of business. And I think what's important is we've seen them kind of get better throughout the year. And especially in college football, like you just got to get hot at the right time. And I think they picked up a lot of momentum in that second statement win against BYU. And I mean, yeah, I kind of talked about it before. Just like Indiana, like they've been good. I mean, they're the number one team in the country for a reason. But I think that we kind of saw their offense in the Big Ten championship as well, kind of sputtering a little bit. I don't know if Mendoza's 100% after that hit he took. He got pretty beat up in that game. And I think Texas Tech is going to be very physical with him as well. And I think they're just a gritty team, and they're going to go get it done.
Pause. All right.
Is that pause?
Is that a
I
pause?
think like no, it was the part like they're gonna
get it done.
Whatever,
Get it done?
No, be physical with them. That part was just like, oh, you know. Anywho's
Fair enough.
All right, next bowl game, the other semifinal, the VRBO Fiesta Bowl, right here in the sunny state of Arizona. Let's have Cambo start off with this one. Who'd you have and who do you got?
I've got Georgia and Indiana, right?
Yeah. Nope,
no.
Indiana's on the top side.
Oh. Who's Georgia playing?
You have Ohio State?
Yeah, Georgia, Ohio State.
Yeah, Oregon beat Indiana, right? Anyways, yeah, Georgia, Ohio State. I've got Georgia. I'm probably going to steal some of Blake's words here, but believe that they have probably a better defense than Ohio State or the same caliber. They both have really good defenses, but they have the better quarterback. I wasn't sold on saying too much, and then Georgia's offense is pretty high flying, and they run the ball really well. So I think it's gonna be a close game, but they're gonna take care of it business. And both teams are better. It's gonna be a battle between two teams that have been there before. But Georgia's, I think they've played some really good teams this year in the SEC, and they're gonna go to the Natty.
Okay.
I like that. Does anyone else? No one else has that same game.
I think I do, right?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. Why don't you give us your thoughts?
Yeah. Before I give you my thoughts, is scoreboard conversations going to be at this game?
If Josh buys us a ticket, maybe we'll all go.
So basically,
funds it.
Yeah, we got to get a GoFundMe going. Get scoreboard conversations there.
That would be
For the game live
electric.
stream.
Post game pod maybe.
Yeah.
And pre-game pod.
Yeah, crazier things have happened, but I ended up taking Georgia. I think that Georgia once again is just going to outcoach Ohio State. I think Ohio State, once again, is kind of like similar to Oregon, even though Ohio State, I think, has won 2 of the however many college football playoff national championships. I think, yeah, Georgia's been there so many times. Kirby Smart, I mean, showed how he just, I feel like, outcoached Alabama's staff overall. I think that Georgia, it's not that they have like these like 5-star quarterbacks all the time. Like I think their quarterback right now is like a 5th-year senior, like just loves Georgia, and he has them playing such a high. He has like, yeah, he has them playing at like such a high level just because of the coaching and the way their system works. But yeah, I think that Ohio State's probably going to make some pretty explosive plays with their wide receivers. Um, but eventually, Georgia, I think, is just once again like SEC football, and is just going to be a lot tougher than OSU seen. So yeah.
Let's have Doss. You and I have the same game, so let's have Matt go.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear this explanation of Miami, Georgia.
Yeah, I think this whole playoffs, honestly, Miami's defense is going to have to like pretty much carry them to this game specifically. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a huge Carson Beck guy. Like he'll get by, but like you cannot rely on him to win you the game down the stretch. Like he's not going to be their guy. But the defense is something. The defense is something you can hang your hat on, and I think they're just going to catch fire after beating Ohio State in the round prior, and they're going to get it done and have a lot of momentum going into this game, and they're going to catch people off guard. So,
big Carson Beck revenge game.
Yes, Cam.
That's not going to happen.
That's a great call. I mean, Josh is like the biggest
revenge game, bro. He was a bulldog, bro.
I'm telling you, I have heard about Carson Beck for however long, and like I watch him and I'm like, oh, 4 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Like, oh, nice.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah. No, he's him.
Bro, imagine he rolls in and just beats up on the Bulldogs and all their fans would feel stupid. They're dogging on him.
I love that.
I mean, hypothetically, yeah, I guess this multiverse where Carson Beck beats Georgia.
Fair enough. 2 years ago, Carson Beck was like a Heisman candidate.
Yeah, but then it quickly fell off in like 4 games.
Yeah, like he had one bad year. And I feel like this year he's been like somewhat in the middle of those two. So I don't know. I'm not a hater.
I've learned not to define person by their past,
He's got to make it there first.
What's next?
Well, I mean, yeah, statistics are a thing, but okay.
Palms down mentality. I like it.
It's yeah, exactly.
All right, Doss, you want to kick us off here with the A&M Georgia game?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking Georgia here. Kind of like what Cam said, actually, they run the ball pretty well. And A&M, I couldn't find Ole Miss's ranking, but I found every other team. A&M has the lowest run, like the worst rated rush defense out of the entire playoffs. So I think that's going to play to an advantage to those big fellas at Georgia on the line, and they'll just be able to get a good run game going, and that's just going to open up their offense. And their defense is really good. Yeah, I mean, I just think Georgia is going to be the better SEC school here. My playoffs are actually Big Ten one side, SEC the other side. Yeah, I think this is kind of like an SEC championship we never got to see. I think it should have been A&M instead of Bama probably in that game. But so I'm excited to watch this one if it comes to actually happen. But I'm taking Georgia here all day.
Yeah, I'm also taking Georgia. I think this might be recency bias. I might not have said this if you asked me 2 weeks ago, but Georgia looks like the best team in the country. They just look like a complete unit. They can beat you in any kind of game. Like they could beat you if it's 10-7. They could beat you in a shootout. I just think they have the tools to get it done. And kind of like Josh has mentioned a few times, their coaching staff is elite. So. Yep. So yeah, we can just move to the Natty.
We got 10 minutes or 8:30 for the Natty.
Yeah, I'll just do mine really quick since I'm already talking here. I'll just I got Georgia. I think a lot of us picked Georgia. Texas Tech I have in the Natty against Georgia, and I don't think they stand a chance.
Okay.
I think Georgia's just the best team.
I can go next year, let our guests finish out, but I'm going to take Georgia as well. I think Indiana has had the best regular season. I think their quarterback's going to win Heisman. I think they got the best coach in the country this year, but it's just Georgia. Georgia's been here. Georgia's done it. They haven't done it in a while, I feel like enough. So I think they're going to be a little hungry, and I think they will get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that Georgia just gets back to the top. Wins it, makes a statement, and I think they're just the best team on this list. So yeah.
We'll have Cam go next to then back.
Yeah, it pains me, but I'm going to say Georgia. I'll Georgia over Oregon. I think they just have the best overall team as far as the season is gone and what we've been seeing. Their defense is elite. Their running game is just ground and pound. They pound time off the clock. If you ask me if they were to if this matchup hypothetically happens and you ask me, then I'm going to be all Oregon. The blood's going to be pumping, but it's just the SEC over the West Coast. It's the Oregon's never won it. It's the they always lose in the national championship. I hope they break the thing and it's going to be Dan Lanning back to Georgia. It'd be crazy, but
it's not.
Well, hopefully it happens, but and also if Oregon falters, I think Georgia has a better chance to win it against another team. So that's my natty pick is Georgia.
All right, Matt. Put that chain up high and proud.
Like you guys have been saying this whole time, Georgia is the best team in the country. And when Miami rolls in there and beats the best team in the country,
saying that with the chain,
who's gonna stop them? Who's gonna stop them now? It's not going to be Bama. It's going to be the U at the end of the day. I'm taking Miami, the Hurricanes, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
I like it. I like it. Cam, I just got to ask you a quick question.
What's up?
So you're a big Oregon guy, but you're betting against them in the Natty. Do you see like a bunch of weaknesses in the Oregon's team? And if so, where do you think Georgia's better than them?
Everywhere.
I mean, the secondary had a lot of issues against USC. They low-key got burned a couple times. And then obviously I think they have, it's just Oregon's so injured at the wide receiver position. Benson's their number one right now. They had the Corian go down, and then I can't remember. I had someone else, or the number two guy went down. So it was just I think they're just overall at the wide out position better, and then just their defense they just dominated Alabama. So -3 rushing yards is wild in a championship game. That's insane. So
yeah,
really, I think those are the two things that I got for you. But yeah, secondary was an issue against USC. Hope they clean it up, but make it fair.
Real quick before we end, how about out of 10, really fast, we give a ranking of how well we think the committee did. I'll start us off. I'll actually give them a solid 8. I think they did about as good as they could have done with what they were given in the situation they were given.
I'll go with the 8.5. Give them that extra 0.5 just for not having Notre Dame in it. Super proud of them for making that decision. Didn't see it coming, but there's not a world where Notre Dame deserves to be in this playoff. So I'm glad they let them out.
I mean, well said. Well said. I want to stay with an 8 as well, though. But that was my exact point, was Notre Dame just not making it. I was honestly surprised that they ended up pulling them.
Yeah,
I thought they were for sure going to keep them. So,
and did you guys see that Notre Dame declined to play in their bowl game?
I did. That's pretty
dumb.
Really?
What a bunch of bricks. That's insane.
Who are they going to play?
Yeah. I don't know who they were going to play, but
one of the probably Texas or Vandy.
That would have been electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's soft.
But yeah, Josh, what about you?
Yeah, I give it a 7. I think that Texas and Vanderbilt probably are better teams than JMU and Tulane, but I understand that they won their conference, and so they would probably get a crazy amount of hate for that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam?
Yeah, I'd say about the 7 as well. It's tough because I feel like there's a double standard, and I understand why there is, but it's like the argument was you shouldn't be penalized for playing in your championship game, like for Bama. But then obviously, if BYU wins their game, they're in. But if they lose, so they technically get penalized for playing in their conference championship game. So I understand why, because it's Bama, SEC, and BYU hasn't played anyone crazy, but there's things that need to be fixed. But again, very happy they took the head-to-head of Miami over Notre Dame better.
Yeah.
And all that type of stuff.
Josh, do you like? Sorry, you can go finish, Cam.
That was Dawson. I was just going to quickly say, I feel like it'd almost be better if they just like put the top 12 teams in a bracket. Because it's like the conference champions, like no one in the right mind is going to say that Texas is worse than JMU or Tulane. Or, I mean, like no one who knows anything about football will say that. So it's just like, I get it. Conference champions should be rewarded in some way. But, I mean, we're letting like the Sun Belt champion in to play an SEC school. And it's just like, we all know what's going to happen. Tulane is going to win, though. They're the American, not the Sun Belt. So, American. Go strong.
That's what I was just going to ask Josh is like, do you like this format or would you rather it just be like the straight up the 12 best teams? What's your take on that?
I was listening to, I think his name was John Gruden, talk about it. And he was talking about the playoff and how it's like super subjective to a group of people's like opinions about how good a team is.
Yeah.
And like a lot of these teams like are running from competition. Like he pointed out that like Ohio State, like they beat Michigan or whatever, but like their strength of schedule is pretty low. It's just the fact that like their talent is so high and it's subjective to what committee thinks. But he was saying that it should be more like the NFL where like you have to play everyone in your conference like twice or something like that, and then the best team should go then compete for the conference or whatever it is. So I think the NFL has it more figured out, but I understand that in college football there's so many more teams and programs and all that.
It's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. There'll be an algorithm one day that will let AI decide.
We have less than a minute here, so do we want to cut it here, or are we going to come back for some more?
I think we covered college football pretty well.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was great having everybody on the pod. Having our super fan Josh.
Shout out Josh.
Really made the episode.
Go Tigers.
We'll be back with another episode soon.
Peace out, guys.
Flex the chain, Matt. Flex the chain. There we go.
It's right here. It's Matt. It's right here with the best.